Good morning, dear friends. Today is Wednesday, and we're here with one more Pew of Trust. Today, our chapter is chapter 21, and the title is Surrender and Gratitude. The relationship between God and our being is shrouded in paramount particularities. Finding ourselves so close to the Supreme Source, humankind pleads to be noticed by it, yet it feels so distant from it. It is the ego's layer of defense, awash in the illusion of materialism, that does not allow for our profound perception of the divine source, except when our being rids itself of its own demands in order to accept its circumstances and accept divine inspiration with humility. Just as the wheat is transformed into blessed bread, it is essential to die and renounce in order for our being to better know its destiny. In the same way that a seed may germinate and flourish, it is necessary for our being to get used to the weight of the soil, which will momentarily enclose it and nourish it with life. In the same way that beings may intimately know God, it is necessary to consider that before supreme wisdom and intelligence, there are only two internal postures that are healthy for surrendering to our Father: trust and gratitude. By listening to one's heart beyond our superficial emotionality, our being may find divine inspiration in life and the necessary orientation for its effort and its strength. We will receive guidance through intuition and the capacity for capturing and feeling God's divine presence, which vibrates and emanates from the inner recess of our being and from nature. This is a really important message, reminding us that in order to have this relationship with God that we often feel so distant from, it's important that we let go the need of control. It's important that we let go the need to be in charge of our own lives and surrender to God, trusting that He or it is in control of life. And so it is through trust and through gratitude, which both require that we surrender control, that we will be able to connect deeper with God and feel God's presence in our lives. So if the ego is in charge, right, the ego has a tendency to know everything. And so we live our daily lives according to our ego's agenda, forgetting that there is a divine agenda for each one of us. There is a plan, there is a purpose for our lives that we may or may not understand, we may or may not see. When we allow the ego to be in charge and we are driven by our own desires and our own agenda, a lot of times that brings frustration, sadness, despair, disharmony, and disconnection. But when we understand and we, in our prayers, ask God for it will to be done, not ours, it means that we understand that there is this higher force that is driving our lives, and it is the supreme intelligence of the entire universe. So it probably knows what's best for each one of us. And we surrender. We surrender in gratitude because we recognize that this is a loving force that is giving us everything that we need, that is providing us with the lessons, the people, and the circumstances that will work in our favor always, right? So surrendering in gratitude is a changing paradigm that allows us to find strength in the moments where it seems like almost impossible to find courage, to find meaning where people would not find it normally. So the message today is to surrender and to connect with this very crucial feeling for mental and spiritual well-being, the feeling of gratitude. May your day be filled with gratitude, connection, trust, and therefore abundant life. Sending you a big and a warm embrace for today's day.